Tata Maria, no mai, haere mai. Welcome into the form where the 3-year-old fillies will take centre stage again this weekend out of Ellerslie. We look forward to the Group 3 Sunline Vase. Plenty more to talk about too. So that means we're lucky enough to have the full team back up in studio. Kia ora to you, Bevan, Leith and Aidan and Sweens. Also Trentham, you'll be happy?
Yeah, morning, Pip. I'm that excited. I'm throwing stuff across the desk. Looking forward to the both meetings on Saturday, but it's a pretty special sort of time for the jumping crew with the 2 days at the Te Aroha, and the 2 featured jumping races have stacked up really nicely. So looking forward to being there on course with Beeper to go through that, but plenty of winners to be found. Pip.
Yeah, there certainly is. And Leith, you'll be looking forward to heading back to Ellerslie and maybe getting that another guide towards 1,000
Yeah, hopefully Ellerslie plays a little bit better than it did last time. Obviously, there doesn't look like a lot of rain from now to Saturday, and look, the track was like slow 6, slow 7, and we want to see the track sort of get back, hopefully, to a soft 5.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those weekends of sort of change a little bit, isn't it? The Sunline Vase, you know, that used to be a 2,100 metre race leading into the New Zealand Oaks, which has now changed this week, we're hearing as well. And obviously the Northerns, well, now the Great New Zealands, as they've been renamed, heading to Te Aroha. So we're going to find out a little bit more, and obviously this Martin Jockey Club meeting normally at Awapuni. So this is just throwing everything into a little bit of turmoil, but hopefully we can still find a winner on the show.
Yeah, fingers crossed as we take a look at what is coming up on the agenda, and we will be starting with the feature, the Group 3 Sunline Vase out of Ellerslie for the 3-year-old fillies. We'll also be taking a look at the undercard out of Ellerslie. Then yes, heading to Trentham, it's Metric Mile Day. Looking forward to the action there, and as the guys have mentioned, Te Aroha, 2 big days, Friday and Sunday, with the Great New Zealand Hurdle and Steeplechase, and of course our usual segments as well, including our best bets. So let's crack into it. We're starting with the feature. It is out of Ellerslie, so weather and track conditions are always crucial. Leith, what are we expecting?
Look, Pip, between now and Saturday, there might be a couple little showers go through. The rail's out 3 metres. Look, I think if we wake up on Saturday morning, 7:30 scratching time, and we're a soft 5, there might be a chance of getting back to a good 4, maybe later in the day after race 3 or 4.
But they don't tend to have good 4s at Ellerslie.
No, the times don't get sort of as good as they used to there. Obviously, I think there was so much water last time, it played okay. I think there's probably going to be maybe a second and a half better on those times this time around.
Okay, good.
All right, well, let's take a look at the market. It is race number 8 on the program, and it's headed by Lollapalooza at $2.60 when I get that out. Tajana at $3 and Queen's Evidence at $8. The only other runner on single figures. Based on what she did last start at Ellerslie, she deserves to be favourite, Sweens.
Absolutely, and there's just a little unknown about Tajana coming off a very wet track, albeit a super performance at Ruakaka, how they sort of match up, and that's probably the best question. And in the speed map, lads, you know where Lollapalooza is, do they try and take a little bit of a tactical advantage with Tajana?
Look, I thought it was look, she's unlucky again, Lollapalooza, barrier 10. Does look like there's going to be a fair bit of speed. We've got Eliza Jane coming from the outside gate. Lady Ice looks the natural leader. Look, a little bit dressed. I think they'll be a little bit more positive than they were last start. And Mazette, the maiden, maps to get a good run as well.
Yeah, and you're right. You've got Unrestrained, Too Sweet. There's a spot there for Abacus if they want to take one. Queen's Evidence, just though if they press forward, I'm just not too sure where that horse ends up. But the one thing that we see out of this is there's enough speed for the 2 favourites, Tajana and Lollapalooza, to get a truly run race and get their chance.
I think Vinny's plan will be Lollapalooza to get on Tajana's back.
Okay, that's the speed. Now let's take you to the key lead-in race. It is the Group 3 Gold Trail Stakes. Last start at Ellerslie, and Lollapalooza's Sweens just stamped herself as the Guineas favourite. She was stunning here.
Oh, there's just no excuses for any other horse in this particular race. I don't think Queen's Evidence ran a really nice race. I think there's still improvement in Little Black Dress, but I think the vision tells the story, really. She was fantastic and showed a really good turn of foot with a great ride.
It was a very good ride. Obviously, Vinny was having a second ride on her. He rode her at Taupo, and look, that day at Taupo, past the winning post, she was in front by 3 or 4 lengths. So I think it gave Vinny the confidence. He knew what he had under the bonnet, and he's got to have so much confidence because he knows how good this filly is now.
Well, that was the thing. We saw a couple of things. Obviously, Vinny's ride was straight from the top draw, but she's just gone to another level. She just looks as though she could be the real deal. That was a performance of elite quality and what was a really good field as well. So, and she'd put the writing on the wall the previous start, you know, both times quickest last 8, 6, 4 and 2. So she's doing it on the clock as well. It's just not visually.
I think Too Sweet improves as well. Too Sweet will improve off
A better draw.
And she gets
That's
that
right.
gate where she's been drawn out in the car park. She's back 1400. She just backs to get a nice trip just upon the speed.
And
But how did they turn the tables on Lollapalooza?
well, anyone in that race should say probably not. Apart from those, I mean, they're second up a couple of these horses, so there might be some improvement, but she's just too good on the day, so.
She was. Well, let's find out from her co-trainer how she's come through that race. Here's Rogan Neville.
Yeah, her work's been great. We can't fault her at all. She's kept up to the mark since then, hasn't turned a hair, so no, very happy. And yeah, pretty exciting going forward, isn't she?
Yeah, she sure is. The two runs that she's given you back, both Taupo and that such impressive win last time out, has it changed your impression of her? Has it changed, the way that she's thought of in the stable?
No, we like her all the time, She's always just done her work and did enough all the time. So no, she hasn't changed, and she still loves the cuddle and all that. So it's all good.
What have you asked of her in training this week leading into the race?
She worked this morning. She worked up lovely. Vinny rode her, and he was very, very happy.
Okay, going into this one, if she can bring the form that she's brought in the last two, what can you expect?
Yeah, she'll show a bold showing, she's so honest in that. And, draws don't really matter too much because she has to get back a bit because that's her style at the minute. But, no, I mean, an easy draw would make it easier for us.
Okay, so that's Rogan's thoughts about Lollapalooza. Now, Stephen Marsh had runners in both features the same day out of Ellerslie. We'll head to him and get his thoughts around his runners, starting with Lady Iris.
Yeah, Lady Iris, she's a very consistent filly, very sharp. We've given her one go at the 1400 on a wet track, but we're giving her one more chance to get the 1400. She's very sharp and fast, so look, if she can draw a gate, jump to the front, she might be able to control it a bit, and yeah, she'll be a chance. She's very honest.
What have you asked of her in training leading up to this one?
Yeah, she had a nice gallop yesterday, worked over 1,000. Just on the back sand, she's pretty fit now, holds her fitness well, and won't do too much with her from here on in.
And what about Little Black Dress? What have you asked of her?
Yeah, she really needed her first up run. She was wide, had no cover. Rain on the day didn't really help her at all. She's come on from that very well. Yesterday she galloped up beautiful. I think she's really come on, and the 1400 should be ideal, and I think she's a real improver.
What can you expect in the context of this race from your fillies?
Yeah, I think they'll both go very well. Lady Iris, my question mark is the 1400, but Little Black Dress is a sharp improver.
Okay, so that's interesting as we do take you back to the Sir Colin Meads where she ran third here, Lady Iris. What did you make of it, Swings?
Oh, she ran a big number this day. A big number that suggests that she'll continue to improve a third up. Very honest is what I'd say about this horse. She won't she won't put up a poor performance. Not very big, as you can see from the video.
Look, she suits Ellerslie. She's not very big, like you said. Look, she's obviously should have won a race where she was going to get disqualified anyway. Look, 1400 metres might be that fraction sort of on her length, but around Ellerslie she should be okay from the soft draw barrier 3. She maps to get an easy lead.
Yeah, she'll get there, but just there is a little bit of pressure on her. So there's some of those horses who will go forward from out wider. So that will test her a little bit. But I agree, she was terrific, and what was a really strong Sir Colin Meads trophy as well. So just how that matches up against the girls' races, and obviously we'll have a look at the Northland breeders shortly as well. But that's interesting just to see where they all sort of come together and fit.
My gut does tell me that there's still improvement in Little Black Dress as well.
Yeah, I thought her run was okay the other day, and from barrier 1 she's going to get a better trip as well. And yeah, of the three Marsh's horses, I'd probably like Little Black Dress, to be fair.
Okay, I was with Lady Iris of the trio myself. So.
Okay, well now let's focus in on Tajana and we'll head to Sean Ritchie and get his thoughts around her.
She really is. She hasn't even got a pulse, She's a lovely laid-back filly, sort of filly you'd think would make her sort of prepare to an Oaks as well later in the autumn. But certainly she's done nothing wrong. She's so easy to train.
What about the way she's sort of raced this preparation? Obviously, she looks as though she's absolute top class. What are you expecting this weekend?
Look, I'm delighted with the prep we've given her. We've had the sort of 4 weeks between runs now. She had a very quiet trial at Ellerslie, and we didn't breathe on her. She's come through that superb. So, look, she's done everything we've asked of her, and we sort of avoided those Gold Trail speedsters, which was, I think, kind of nice in hindsight. We had plenty of time to recover from that first race. I'd be surprised if she isn't extremely competitive on Saturday.
Let's take you to her fresh up run in the Group 3 Northland Breeders. And you said, Swings, going into this, she may have needed the run, but boy, she was good from last to first.
I liked her this day, even against the distance trip. But look, Warumu was at her a long way from home, and it does stamp her as a horse with a fair bit of quality that she managed to overcome the track conditions, and just it was pure class that got her through this to win this race.
Yeah, look, obviously Eliza James, if she ran straight, she might have won the race. But like you said, Billy was at her at the 600 metres. She was strong to the line. I think back on a better track, she's going to enjoy a lot better than she did at Ruakaka that day.
It's just good to see her come back like that, because she'd been promoted into a Group 1 placing as a 2-year-old. She's obviously very good. This is an interesting test because, you know, without a Lollapalooza in this race, I think she'd have been a really short-priced favourite. She's got a lot of upside. Just interesting to see where she is. I know that the stable had her up at Ruakaka, giving her a lot of fitness work leading into that, and that will have benefited her, especially with the step up to the 1400 metres. So she's a contender, but she just comes up against, you know, maybe a horse with a bit of X factor.
Yeah, that's going to be the key, isn't it? Well, selections time, Leith. We will start with you.
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't be surprised if Tajana comes out and wins, but Lollapalooza, like I've been with her from the start, there's no reason to jump off her yet. A little bit of a tricky gate, but Vinny's on. He's got so much confidence in this filly. I think she'll be winning on Saturday.
Yep, I feel exactly the same way. I think Tajana's capable of winning this, but I just love what I saw from Lollapalooza last time out, and she just might be the next star filly on our scene. I've got her on top and clearly on top here.
I'm going to go with Lollapalooza. I do respect Tajana very, very strongly. In fact, I do like Tajana in a little black dress, but I just can't ignore what she did last start. But
no, OK, so everybody with the favourite Lollapalooza in the Sunline Vase. We're taking you to a break now on the form. Don't go too far. We'll have a look at the undercard off the other side. Welcome back into the form. It's time for our Blackbookers. So get your pen and paper out. So we're going to start with you, Leith. Who have you got for us?
Midnight Edition, Pip. Look, obviously it was fresh up. No trial last week at Te Rapa. And look, this is a horse by rote. Bruce Warback, he's done a good job of this horse. This was a pretty good field. I know he's giving weight to Twain, but going off this, I think he can only improve. Look, he was busy last season. He had 12 race day starts as a 3-year-old, and look, he's had a few little minor injuries. He's had a few knee chips come out, and I think this horse could be the real deal.
Yep, really
He's racing next week in Te Rapa, a 1,200 metre race, so he'll be hard to roll there again.
Good, I'm going to have a look at rocking this horse back on the inside in the Jerry Harvey colours. I thought this was a terrific performance in a race. It did favour those on speed. Reels off the quickest closing sectionals in the race, but just like the way the horse made up so much ground, was so willing, very good against the pattern, and I'd want to be on next time.
I'm in trouble with the producer. I'm going with Casino. This is a race 6 months ago. I wanted to show the trials, but he wouldn't let me, which is fair enough, to be fair. This is Casino 6 months ago, running second at Woodville on a wet track condition. The trial recently, go have a look at it from Tuesday at Foxton. I think this horse will go very close wherever it goes in the not too distant future. But
OK, and I'm taking you back to yesterday. Taupo, it is a woman in charge for the Wexford stable too. She was well back. If you have a look at her early, she was over racing down on the rail. Joe Doyle managed to get her out in the home straight, and she's absolutely charged home, which isn't easy to do at Taupo. It was a day where they were just kicking off the front too, and she's made up some very good ground. So with women in charge, that was her debut run yesterday.
No real surprise. The host,
exactly.
You know, I just thought it was
if it
quite
was an unlucky 10th, it probably would have.
Swens, that's been a bit tough on you not letting you have a trial or something. Jeez, come on.
Oh, someone's crying in behind the scenes here, team. He's crying in behind the scenes, but it's okay. It's okay. We're moving on.
Yeah,
Wait for the speed maps.
We are going to move on. We're going to head to the Ellerslie undercard, but those are your Blackbookers. And we're going to start with the race number 9 on the program, the Eagle Technology, over the 1,400 metres. So let's take a look at the market. Tardally heads at $2.90 at opening, already backed in, now $2.80. Again captured by Love, another mover from the opening quote, $3.80 into $3.40. They dominate the market here, Sweens, and probably do look like the two.
Yeah, they do. I thought there might be a bit of value around Chilean, who put up a really good preparation last time in. While it's still Cannon Hill. You'd think that horses like RB, Livid Sky, etc. might be looking for a bit further. Boys, how did the speed look?
Yeah, look, I thought Rudyard from Barrier 1, he has led before at Ellerslie. I thought he was probably the leader. Quality times, got good speed. Cannon Hill, he's got to be ridden a little bit quiet. Tardali, I think he sort of maps the sort of sit midfield. Rod.
Yeah, for mine, I actually had Churchillian just doing a little bit more work from a wider gate to get to the front. I thought this was a pretty matter-of-fact speed map. I think they'll find their spots and take their positions and take their medicine from there.
Okay, well, let's have a look at a horse who actually did feature in the trial files. I think you guys were fighting over him last week, weren't you? Tardali's obviously come back very nice for his 4-year-old campaign.
Yeah, look, he's exciting. Obviously, he's got a liking for Ellerslie as well. He looks so much better suited to right-handed. Yeah, before the noms come out, I was really happy that he was going to be in the race, and then Capture by Love sort of gets in there, and she's going to get a nice weight of 54.5 kilos. So it's going to be a good race. I think it's gone from a sort of a 1-horse race to maybe a 2 to 3 horse race. But look, he's going super. He's had 2 trials under his belt, barrier 7, maps to get a nice run in the race.
He's just high class. He's a really good horse. He's an Iron Invincible 4-year-old whose 3-year-old season was first class. You know, he run second in an Easter. He'd won the $100,000 race, the undercard race to the NZ Big Kiwi. He's just a really good horse, and I don't think we've seen the best of him. He's obviously come back in really good style from those trials, so I just want to respect him. I want to see him have a really profitable campaign, which he's well capable of.
Yeah,
I've got a lot to add. Tardali, he's got a lot of ability. It's written I'm Invincible versus written Tycoon, so some pretty speedy sort of blood there, Pip.
Okay, well, let's hear from Stephen Marsh and see how he's going.
Going very good. He's had the 2 trials. He trialled at Taupo on a very wet track. He went good. Then Ellerslie, we just put a little bit more pressure on him. He won really, really well. He's coming up great. He's a high-class galloper. He's going to take solid improvement at Ellerslie, but I'll certainly know he's there.
Yep. How have you got him so forward?
Yeah, I think the 2 trials, so we've given him a nice slow build-up. You know, he's done plenty of groundwork, and the 2 trials have brought him on. And you know, he's got a solid campaign ahead of him, but he'll go very well. It's a very good field. You've got Capture by Love, you know, Group 1 winner, but he's right up to it.
He certainly is, and the market reflects that. But she does look like the main danger, Captured by Love. And Aidan, you caught up with Sam Burgesson and just asked him why he chose this race.
Yeah, exactly, because he was entered, he was going to be entered in the 75-13, but obviously they're going to carry a big weight. But let's find out from Sam what he actually thought.
Yeah, we just sort of thought she's low in at the handicap. She had a bit of a tough autumn over there in the Aussie, so we've had a really nice slow build-up. Couple of nice trials, really pleased with her there at Ellerslie, and work was good here yesterday, so excited to see her back at the races here in New Zealand, and you know, hopefully we can recapture that 3-year-old form that, you know, saw her competing in 1,000 guineas and things like that. So yeah, really excited to see her back at the races.
What's giving you confidence that you can find that this weekend?
Yeah, I think the trial, especially there last week at Ellerslie, was really good. She seems to be coming up really nicely, like all her mannerisms in the stable are positive. She seems very bright and happy, trotting out nicely and enjoying her work, which I think is really key. So hopefully we can see her back at her best, but you know, Saturday, certainly time will tell.
Okay, my lips are sealed, terrific last preparation, I think Group 3 winner. How's she coming up?
Yeah, 2 really exciting mares back at the races there on Saturday, and she had a really good prep there last time. Trials have just been okay. We've sort of given her 3 now, and we've whacked the blinkers on the last one, so we'll probably see her in the blinkers on Saturday, but be good to get her on a good surface. 1400 suits, I think, first up, and you know, gets in nicely at the weight. So yeah, two really nice chances.
So let's have a look at the Group 1 1,000 guineas winner. She's been very good in both trials back, including this one, Leith.
Yeah, she has. Interesting taking the blinkers off as well. Look, she's... Her races in Australia, they were a little bit disappointing, to be fair. We all know how good she is. Look, her trials have been super. She got 54.5. Craig Grill's on. She's got to be a top 3 chance.
Yeah, all her best forms around Alabama Lass, and we've seen what Alabama Lass has just gone and done. So, you know, she's come back in really good order from this, and yeah, I thought she was the horse to beat. I don't really want to be picking against Tardali, but when I see Captured by Love in the form she's coming to this race, she's on top for me.
Okay, selections time.
Tardali for me, Pip. Look, I think he's a pretty promising horse. He loves Ellerslie. He's got a nice gait. He should get a nice trip from barrier 7 as well. I thought he'd be going very, very close on Saturday.
I'm going to go with Tardali. I think the horse has come up really nicely. Captured by Love's clearly the biggest danger if she runs up to the best of her ability, but look, he's in for a pretty big preparation, Tardali, no matter what happens on Saturday.
Okay, well, from that race, we're now going to have a look at the open over the 2,200 metres. Race number 4 on the card. You've got Drop of Something at $3.80 from Bosch at $4.50, and then Quickfire at $4.80. So that's how the market's sitting. These two obviously fought it out last time, Drop of Something and Bosch Sweens. Do you think Drop of Something deserves to be favourite in the case that Bosch beat him last time?
Well, Warhorse. Yeah, 4 kilos coming off this time probably helps a lot for Drop of Something, I suppose. But I can't believe the price around 1 here, and we'll talk about that shortly.
Yeah, look, it's a strong edition of this race. Look, I thought Double Take was well ridden last start from the outside gate of 9. They'll push forward. Look, Bosch, Sam Collett's maybe leading or takes a sit. Kenny Rock, as we know, Kenny Rock and Diamond Jack naturally get back.
Yep, and the other thing is Drop of Something was up there, you know, disputing that lead with Bosch last time out. You'd expect more of the same, maybe with just a touch more speed in this race.
Okay, let's take you back to the win at Ellerslie with Bosch. Obviously, Drop of Something comes out of this race too, and Diamond Jack. But I thought he was really brave to just keep on fighting when they were coming at him.
Yeah, I mean, it's just tough. We've spoken about this on numerous occasions about how many races he's had in the last 12 months, Drop of Something. He just keeps on fronting up and even going well on better tracks in recent times. So, look, if they leave him alone with a bit of weight relief, you'll probably find a very similar sort of performance.
Yeah, well, good training effort by Michelle Bradley as well. He's going from 1,400 metres to 22. Look, she's in Phuket at the moment, so her dad's been training the horses. Wow. So, you know, he's on a bit of a hiding to nothing. But from barrier 1, just Maps to get a nice run in the race. They didn't go overly hard last start. Hopefully they go a little bit harder. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, that was the first win at Ellerslie. I just think the 3 kilogram change around here just really plays into the hands of Drop of Something, who was terrific. Just keeps going very good races, as Bevan said. So I thought Drop of Something was a horse to beat here with that weight turnaround. Okay,
well, let's have a look at the Raymond Connors runner. Trav, of course, did win the Auckland Cup, and that's what you want to see from him. Sweens back and fresh, doing his best work late.
I thought he was fantastic. What's he done? He came north and they disrespected him once in the Auckland Cup at a big price, and he gave them a spanking. And he's going well.
The good punters did it.
Raymond Connors is no fool, and I think what you'll find here is he has to show form, doesn't he? To get into a Melbourne Cup, so he's not going to be up here just going around in a circle.
He's not here just to have a little run round and get fitness into his side. He's definitely got to show that he's up to going to Melbourne. Look, he's got 58 kilos, but yeah, I think he can win.
But he clearly went up there and then blew out. He went up to go past him and blew out at his fresh up run. He'd been going flying behind the scenes as well. And you're the Melbourne Cup guru around here, A-Rod. He's way down in the ratings, but
he's a chance of getting in. He's got 51 kilograms. He's actually a chance. And I tell you what, Raymond Connors would have given him a steeplechase type preparation. He'd have been in work, I reckon, you know, not much time out after that Auckland Cup. He's had 2 trials in a run. He'll have a really solid fitness
steeplechase,
base.
I think you mean like Kiwi sort of.
Yeah,
just Kiwi, not a steeplechase sort of run, a Kiwi
and we know he's sharp enough. You know, he's a good horse. So real respect about him this weekend, but I hope he's going the right way to get into Melbourne.
More home than beat him if he gets
in the Melbourne Cup, 100%.
Yeah.
Exciting times for that. But what about on Saturday's race? Who are you going for, Leith?
Yeah, I'm with Trav. Look, you get an odds boost of $12. I reckon he's going to run a race. I feel they're going to run a decent, even tempo on this race. Hopefully they do, and I reckon he can run over the top of them.
Yep, no disrespect on him either, but I just love Drop of Something. He's just so solid. You can just rely on him for another solid performance. He must have been up for almost 2 years solid, but he just keeps on producing day in, day out. So I'm with him, especially with the weight swing.
He's an Auckland Cup winner, racing at Auckland, second up, coming off a 2,000 metre effort fresh up. You're getting a ridiculous price on him on Saturday at this stage. But if you see the price start moving, I'd get on quick, is what I'd say out of that stable. Yeah, very quickly.
OK, we'll be doing that. It's our cue now to race number 3, the Colts and Geldings, is another field we want to have a quick look at here. The NZB ready to run sale. And you can see Chermat at $2, clear favourite from Nocturne at $5, Swiss Prince at $6 there, and then Shoma at $8.50. But I mean, listed place last time, you can see why he's so short.
I'm not quite so sure. It was a good effort behind Platinum Diamond, but I thought Platinum Diamond second-rated that field, to be honest with you. And you've got a couple of other horses who are coming out of stronger races, possibly, in my opinion, outside of Platinum Diamond that Chermat took on that occasion. So I'm not sure the market's 100% right here.
Obviously, OTI have bought a share in the horse this week as well. So, look, from Barrier 2, Opion. Yeah, to mine, I didn't quite see him at that $2 sort of price. I thought maybe $3 was probably his true price.
He's a terrific trial winner before winning on debut by 3 lengths. He's run second, and he just couldn't have done much better. So I'm with him. You know, I'm real respect around Shoma and Stormfront. I thought they both ran really well, both of those two last time out, but I'm with Chermat.
Yeah, I'm with Stormfront, bit of value. I thought you're getting sort of blinkers on as well. Matt Cartwright, Barrier 4, he gets a gate where he can be positive. I thought he was a good value in the race.
Yeah, I think OTI might have bought a share in that Humza Bay as well that came out of the CD. I think I've taken a share in that horse as well. I was with Stormfront at its fresh up run. It was a lot better run than it looked to the eyes. He is a very exciting colt, but he does have to work it all out for mine.
Okay, that's those races. But what about the best of the rest that we haven't talked about, Leith?
Look, well ridden Pip. Trial's been good at Ellerslie. The only negative, she's drawn Barrier 12 in a really strong race. If Matt Cartwright can get across, get a nice set from the outside gate, she's a great each way chance. It's sort of $7.50 and $2.70.
Cracking race that too. It's a ripper. I've gone to race 5, gone with Santa Catalina, third up for the preparation, ran the second quickest last 200 of that race. I thought the run was terrific. Craig Grills goes on, so there's a lot of upside for Santa Catalina for mine.
I think he's one of the more exciting horses around in Ellerslie going around in the last on the program, and I know Andrew's thought at times about putting this horse in a Group 1 pretty quickly, but I thought the trial was really good behind out of stock at Ellerslie recently, and she's done absolutely nothing wrong. She's actually out of a mutter in Belsorisa, but she seems to be a bit better than that, and I can see her winning again.
Okay,
last.
I like it. I think the guys have some winners for you there. That completes our look at Ellerslie. Now time to turn our attention to Trentham. Yes, it's Metric Mile Day. What weather are we going to be getting, Swings?
Well, at the present moment, if you put an umbrella out, you'd probably end up in Auckland because yesterday it was unbelievable. Well, with my broomstick as well. It was blowing yesterday. I've just got a message through that they closed the local golf course just through the high wind, so it must be absolutely hoovering. I was surprised soft 7, but it was 20 odd degrees yesterday and like blowing a gale, and it's similar today. There is a little bit of specky sort of rain in the forecast, Pip, so I'm not exactly sure where it'll end up, but I think it'll be better than what we've been racing on in recent Saturdays in the Central Districts.
All right, Mary Poppins, let's have a look at the market to race at number 7 on the program, the Hunterville Vet Club Metric Mile. Chase heads the betting at $6. The Winter Cup winner knockoff at $6. Boy, this is very even, Sweens.
Oh, it is. Chase was amazing, and it was just a great story around Chase winning down south. Whether he's getting track conditions to suit him on Saturday will be the major question around Chase, because he does like it quite deep. We're probably in the same boat with Bellardo Boy, and whether he's sort of living up to what we expected, not sure.
Yeah, the map, I thought Airsbags is a natural leader. Should be able to control the race pretty easy up front there. Chantilly Lace, I thought she might just go a little bit forward from that draw. Just sort of sets up for Privy Garden too much to get a nice run just behind the speed.
Yeah, Privy Garden and Too Much do look the main chasers and behind Airsback for sure.
Okay, let's take you to the Winter Cup, where it was Chase who won this. Obviously had the 54.5 kilos, but he's had a tick over trial since.
Well, there are no real excuses. He came from a tough position. Who knows? We went into the race thinking we'd run a big race, and did, but probably had missed one run. But what do you say about him? He's been around forever, and this was a good performance. You just can't knock him. This was up near his top level in his career.
Yeah, it was. It was good to see. Look, he's got 57.5 kilos. Just shows the openness of the race. He's a $6 favourite, so if you think he's value, you know, I'm a little bit doubtful if the track stays in that soft position though.
That was a Group 3, and we saw Stephen Nichols' celebrations that day.
It's
another Group 3. What are we going to expect this time around for Stephen? The one horse who I really want to be forgiving of there is Bellardo Boy. Just got too far back, and he was going okay at the end of this race. Bellardo Boy did win this race 2 years ago, but that was with 54.5 kilograms. But geez, I found this race an absolute trick. I just couldn't get a handle on it, so I'm happy to be guided a little bit.
Okay, well, let's have a look at this form reference then. Ears back and Too Much. We take you to Riccarton on August the 30th here. We'll start with the Ears back, obviously out front running style. What did you think of her running 6th?
I thought she was super, actually, for me personally, because she's fresh up, been nominated and scratched on a couple of occasions. I thought she kept on kicking a long way down that home straight. I think she'll be massively improved this mare. She is pretty. I don't mind the better track conditions around her. Better not leave her alone. She's pretty dangerous.
She was good. Like obviously she was fresh up. She was going in there with no trials under her belt as well. So look, it was the only last sort of 100 she's felt the pinch. Yeah, I definitely probably I had her on top just about from barrier 3.
Okay, I thought Too Much was equally as good. Maybe both of them not just knocking out, which has got to be a concern heading to what will be a more testing race, I would have thought, this time round.
Oh, we need selections then. I know you want to be guided, Aidan, so we'll wait for you.
Yeah,
what about you, Steve?
Me? Well, it's the sort of race, like if Magnifique was at its best, it'd win. Crouch was amazing, fresh up over a short trip at Otaki, so it was, I think there's a heap of chances. I've decided, I was quite keen on Ears Back going into Riccarton, so I'm just expecting there to be improvement around the Ears Back, better track conditions. Look, she does settle okay for me, and I think she'll be very tough to handle on Saturday at Trentham.
Yeah, I thought Ears Back's probably the one they probably have to beat, but I've landed on Privy Garden from barrier 2, 53 kilos. I thought the $8 is probably a reasonable price.
Yep, cat's out of the bag with mine. No, I'm with Balado Boy. I love the horse. He's just a super horse, and he always gives his best, but this is a tough race, and I don't know if I'll be betting into it. It's Stephen Hunt.
Yes.
Stephen Hunt.
Hunt, no bet.
Yeah, he's never going to live that down, right? Let's move now to the open 1,200 metres, and this has come up a cracking field too. You've got up the top the Slipper Island for Tony Pike at $3.70. Also has Wits End in the race. Spencer at $6, and then Maratori Molly at $9 with a men. So that's how the market's shaping up. Let's take you back to Slipper Island. Obviously, last time we saw him, he won the listed City of Napier. Leith, have you got inside word? How's he been trialling?
Yeah, he's going well. Obviously, he's got a liking for Trentham. He said 6 starts there for 5 wins and a placing. So, yeah, I think Pikey's pretty happy with him. Kelly on 57.5 kilos, but he's got fresh legs, so he looks like a deserved favourite. I'd see Wits End's in the market.
What's the inside word on?
Well, I don't know. I thought we were going to Ellerslie, but looks like he's been scratched. He gets a free travel, maybe a travelling mate for Slipper Island down to Wellington.
That's a little bit of extra money.
Yeah,
to
it's
pay
only
out.
about $2,000 to float him down there.
Do you get a say in how the horse gets ridden?
No, I don't give any say.
Wow, I can't believe Wits End is that short. And Leith tells me he sleeps with the light on in the stable just so he doesn't get scared. I think there's some big prices down that particular market for me. Merrill, well, he tried up enormous, and he's likely to put in a super one at some stage. Spencer, I think he sucks his thumb a little bit when things don't go right for him in his races, and they probably haven't panned out for him in recent times. But not a bad little race. Not a bad little race.
So you with Simbin?
Yeah, it was Simbin, right down the bottom of the market. I thought Simbin was fantastic last time, but the improving track conditions probably might be playing against him. I think Simbin's a lot better than you can sort of see in that market. Pretty slick sort of horse, has a drop on them weight-wise, so I went with Simbin at some value.
I'll go for Slipper Island, barrier 1. Just he loves Trentham. He just grows another leg down there. $3.70. I think it's an okay price.
Yep, it's a good race though. There's a lot of decent horses, like you say. Slipper Island going well. Faravallo, my old favourites there, and men's going really well. Meritable was one spot off getting a run of Pricey Plate, which we haven't spoken about. Yeah. And I've gone to the top of the book. I've gone Maratori Molly. I thought her trial was super away, but it's a big weight. But Liam Cody's riding really well. It takes 3 off to 59 and. Not a winner fresh in the past, but well capable in this, I thought.
Okay, what about a best of the rest, Leith? Have you found something for us?
Yeah, I think Marty Wapip, race 2. $2.15, a little bit short. It's fresh though. Simba Moxwar gets on, fresh legs. Should be winning race 2.
Piggybacked.
What? You got my notes.
Sorry, yeah, well, I think you... Did you chase me on this one? I'm not too sure. Marty Wara obviously going very well capable. And best of the rest, I know you like the horse too, Pip, right?
Yeah, I do like the horse as well.
I was going to say, well found Pip.
It's not language week, you know, too, so it should be a good omen, I reckon.
Yeah, well found Pip 6 months ago for them now. I'm going to go into the last at Trentham. Subtle T's never respected in the market, I think, going really well.
You might get added to the Facebook group too,
Oh,
Matiwa,
cool.
so we'll see if we get up. Right, let's a look at Trentham. It's time now for our trial files. So the guys that have been out to the trials found a couple for you. Who are we starting with this week? We'll start with you, Aidan. Who have you got for us?
I took you to Ashburton. I thought a really nice trial.
That's not Ashburton.
No, it's,
That's
Sorry,
right,
it's
right.
legal
That's
first.
me. That's Moss Invader. Like the O'Sullivan
another
Scott
great one,
horse. He's come back big and strong. Look, he was just behind a couple of good horses in open races, and look, he's probably going to have one more trial. But I reckon he could win a race like the Ritual Mile or something over Christmas.
Okay, nice. I'll go next then, shall I? I'm going to go. Yeah, I'll jump in. Rock Emperor, I thought the Ross Beckett trained horse here was very good. You can see it leading up here. Scores by a length. There's 6 lengths back into third, and this was a really quick time, 47.91. To give you some sort of, the previous heat was 49, then there were 51s right through as well. There was a 47 to start with. That was an open horse. I thought this was a terrific maiden.
I've done a bit more research in the boys, so I've got 2 here in the trial files. This is a really good trial. Croupier outside. Bedtime's 3 goes to Taranaki Breeders. Not sure where Croupier goes. And Mr. J8 is in the red. And you've also got Abacus here, who is racing at Ellerslie on Saturday. Croupier's flying. Bedtime's 3 will be really competitive in Taranaki Breeders. And Mr. J8 will win wherever it goes in a 65. And this horse, I think Jim Wallace might have another very, very serious horse in Tick-Tock Tessa. Not very big, hunches down.
What you didn't see, though, around the 600, just jumped into the bridle and travelled, didn't she?
Yeah, she's got a lot of ability. Whether she stays in this part of the world, not sure, but she'll be really tough to beat. The maidens, there's so many race horses behind the scenes in the Central District at the moment. When they start coming out, it's going to be pretty tough to win a maiden.
And there's a couple of those trialists already stepping out to Trentham in those first couple of races. As we take a look at your summary, Moss Invader, Rocky Emperor, Croupier and Tick-Tock Tessa. Make sure you note them down. It's time for us to take another break on the form. Don't go too far. It is time to talk the carnival. Yes, the Great New Zealand Carnival out of Te Aroha off the other side.
Hours past the sunrise, all night, good vibes.
In the meadow, fresh, Great Northern Steeple chases at it. Up and over he goes. It's clear by 3. To Boogie Nights is going to make the challenge on the inside. Further back, I'm a Heroine and Red Hot. It's the Puckedunga Hunt Cup all over again. Amanu Lad on the outside has the lead. Can to Boogie Nights get there for Steve Pateman? It's taking ground off Amanu Lad. But here we go again. Amanu Lad, what a brilliant ride. Craig Thornton gets his second Great Northern. And congratulations, Banford. Amanu Lad won it. That was as good a front-running ride in this great race that you will ever see from Craig Thornton.
Just sensational. It was a beautiful ride, and yeah, he wasn't going to let this one get away.
Of course, Sir Ryan and Ben Foot, one of the sponsors of now the Great New Zealand. Amanud Lab will be leading out the field along with Tally Ho Twinkle Toes too. So it's going to be a super carnival. Not only that, but we have Rick McIntosh along to call.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing Rick there. He should add a bit of flavour.
Yeah, he'll be good.
And I think we've got Bevan Sweeney coming up to...
I mean, this is how big the day is.
It's huge.
Bevan only does the big carnivals, eh?
Yeah.
2-day carnival.
Yeah, I suppose that's in the Central Districts as well, like Taupo I heard about yesterday.
Weather and track, sir.
Weather and track team. They're just absconding from their responsibilities. There's a bit of rain in the forecast today. And there's a few showers on Saturday. So tomorrow, I don't think there's any improvement. Whether we see any improvement into Sunday, not sure. But these horses they're pretty much conditioned for heavy 9.
There's a danger there might be a rain on Sunday as well.
Yeah, heavy 10. Look, it won't bother these horses. Just like to see them on that slightly better heavy tracks and having to really slog through the ground over these extreme trips.
Okay, well, let's take a look at tomorrow's feature. It is the Great New Zealand Hurdle, race number 4 on the program, sponsored by J-Swap. And YOLO is the favourite at $3.20, from Hill of Kings at $5, Bury the Cash, Suleiman at $8.50. Any value in that market?
I can't believe YOLO's favourite, actually. I know. Look, they told me before it's when 2 starts ago that it was probably her last race day start, where she came out and won, and then she's gone and won the Road to Jericho. So she's in. But I don't know against Bury the Cash, Suleiman, Happy Star, Lord Spent. The Bambino, what sort of price is
Bury
that?
the Cash, he just hasn't been jumping that good, has he?
No.
I don't know what's happened there.
Do you think there's a case to be made that these 2 races, the Great New Zealand, should be run at set weights? that they shouldn't be a handicap? Why are we running the best race in New Zealand as a handicap? They certainly don't do that on the flat. You know, they've got to be weight for age to be Group 1s,
So we're going to have,
basically.
what weight for age do we have over jumps?
Well, look, the Cheltenham Gold Cup is set weights. That's the best jumps race in England, right? These should be set weights. We should be getting, you know, West Coast and these horses there on level weights and let the best horse win that way around. I'm firm on this.
Yeah, you tell
I reckon
them,
that you know, sure we have the Grand National in Liverpool as a handicap, but the best race over there is the set weights one, which is just like our weight for age races. You know, this should be a set weights race.
Yep,
Look out, Bruce Sherwin.
Yeah. Okay, let's take you to King of Hills in the Pakaranga Hunt Cup last time, winning at Te Aroha. He loves the place, and I have to say too, you know, his trainer Sean Phelan, great instructions. He told Jay to stay out of the worst ground, and it paid off.
Yeah, Sean obviously walked the track, and you're sitting there watching it and going, what's going on here? Is he, you know, just having a look around today? But look, they got it right. You'd think natural improvement out of the race. He looks awfully hard to beat.
Yeah, he's a master tactician, Sean Phelan, and that's what made him such a good jumps jockey. He's obviously got this right, and you know we've spoken to him. You know, it's going to mean a huge amount to him to be able to win it, not only as a rider in the past, but as a trainer and co-owner this time round. This was a terrific lead up. There's a few just swinging at the weights against him, but on this was a really good run. One of those horses changing at the weights was Suleiman, who was terrific down at Riccarton, and comes in a little bit better at the weight. So, you know, that's the handicap factor into it. So, in the end, I was with Suleiman on top for mine. So, happy to go with Hamish McNeil, who we opposed leading into international time. He's my top selection in the Great New Zealand.
Yeah, obviously an exciting field. Hill at Kings for me, just on this last start. Been set for the race, and I think he'll go close to winning.
I just cannot believe Yolo is favourite. So 4 starts hurdling for 1-1-1-1 placing. I know it's got the Kevin Myers factor about it, but you've got some serious horses here who are not too far off Yolo in the weights as well. The Bambino for me. Gee, I've been impressed with the Bambino. I know they're only Woodville races, but the Woodville jumps races have been really, really strong.
Yeah.
They've been really good meetings. Respecting Hill of Kings, but I'll go with the Bambino. I think the Nelson McDougall combination can win again.
Okay, let's look at the hurdle. Now let's move you to Sunday. We take a look at the Great New Zealand Steeplechase, sponsored by Ben and Ryan Foot Racing and Jesco. We see him back over the jumps at $5, Leitrim Lad at $6, Run Jacko Run at $6. I mean, this just shows the quality of this field when they're sitting at these prices.
Yeah, obviously last time, Pip, it was a little bit disappointing when they had 3 jumps down the back straight that they weren't jumping. So probably wasn't a true test of staying ability. It was very disappointing to watch at home, I thought. Look, I thought, Ned Wynn was really good. Captain's Run was okay. Jesco was okay in this race as well.
I think this is a key lead up, and obviously the difference here was that Jesco was just taken on, and I think maybe not in the true spirit of a ride either. It just seemed to be they were out to undo Jesco, and I know Sean Phelan was bitterly disappointed. Obviously, Captain's Run's been terrific, and he's run close seconds in this race in the last 2 years, and behind West Coast, who's not there this time round. But Jesco's the rising star in these ranks, and like if he hadn't been absolutely undone in the run, then I think he would have been a lot closer here. So I was prepared to give Jesco another start. Obviously, the 6,200 is right up Captain's Run's alley, though.
Yeah, I thought so as well. Jesco, obviously, he's got the 70 kilos, but he deserves it. Good race. I thought Ned Wynn was probably...
Yeah, well, he's won this race before, hasn't he? I think he won it a couple of years ago, so, yeah, he's a contender.
Look, Captain's Run probably could have been a champion in his own right if he hadn't had a few issues across his career, because he can really stay this horse. But I agree with Aidan. Jesco got served up at Riccarton, probably not in an appropriate manner. Look, he was okay in the Road to Jericho. I think he's the major danger. Leitrim Lad, I'm not counting out as well.
Okay, well, the horse that's on the race form this week is Ned Wynn, and Leith, you're pretty keen on his chances.
Yeah, normally that's a bit of a kiss of death for horses for some reason. Look, I'm on Ned Wynn. I thought he jumped lovely last time at Te Aroha over the hurdle, the chase fences. Yeah, 67 kilos. I thought he'd be going close to winning.
Yeah, just fact-checking myself, as was the hurdle, a Great Northern Hurdle that he won rather than the steeples. So, yeah, it wouldn't be great for him to get that double. I'm going to go with Jesco. I think he is the new star on the scene of jumps racing in New Zealand, and I hope he wins.
Don't let the facts get in the way, Rod? Let's go with Jesco. He is the rising star. He's been fantastic, and if he just lobs along and doesn't get taken on, I think he's real dangerous.
I cannot wait. The carnival will kick off under the Mountain of Love, of course, tomorrow if you want to catch that hurdle. For now, we are going to take a quick break. Don't go too far. We've got Bank Builders coming up, actually, so we'll head straight to the Bank Builders. Who have we got for us this week, guys?
Look, I can go early, Pip, at Ellerslie. I thought race 3. I thought the price on Stormfronts, it's overs. He's got blinkers on this week. He gets a gate. Look, just forget, his last run was better than it looked. They went slow up front. Look, you're getting an odd surge of $10 and fixed odds $8.50 and $2.20. I thought it was a great each-way play.
I'm going to go with one of my favourite riders. I think he's a guy that you can just absolutely bank, Abe Cisa. In the amateur riders ranks, I think he is the man, and he's a board Tempest Moon. I think it's a terrific booking. There's 4 amateur riders races this weekend. I reckon back Abe in the line.
Okay.
I'm going with what I said last year was the best maiden in the country in Thrilling, who was placed in Oaks. 1400 metres is probably short of her best, but she's trialled up fantastically, and I was a bit surprised that they put up 550 on her to win the first at Trentham.
Okay, that's what the guys are liking. So this time we'll take a break and then we'll have our best bets off the other side.
Friday, in fact, at Matamata, Sonoran in the first.
Shut the gate time, Sonoran well in charge here for Sam Collett, and Sonoran's going to bolt it.
One on Friday, Literal in the maiden 1200 metres.
Literal still in charge, holding on, perfectly set, can't pick it up. Literal will get a well-deserved win.
War Queen in the 65-14 at Newfoundland.
War Queen in front. She's going to be a bit too good, War Queen. Drawing clear, and War Queen a double for Craig Grills. War Queen won it.
I'm going to go off Sive at Te Rapa.
Sive is rattling home along the inside. Intoxicated Sive is going to get close as they go towards a line. Oh, close, all right.
She's won.
I'm going for Not a Bad Spillane out of Te Rapa. Race number 3 for Sean Phelan.
But Not a Bad Spillane, best ride, won the race. Not a Bad Spillane won it.
We really think Smart Love's a good chance, promising mare, kicking off, had a couple of really nice trials.
I'm going with Smart Love. He's been backed already. Race number 7 out of Te Rapa. It is 3:10 into 2:80. I think it's a major play.
But shut the gate. She's a promising mare, this. Smart Love, fresh up, and does it on her ear.
Trainers talk to me.
Another very good week here on the form of the trainers. They just keep delivering the goods. We got a couple as well there, Sweens. It was a good week.
Yeah, good for us.
We weren't too far away, guys. Come on.
You've opened the door for Thad, though, because I think he got his best up, Rod, and the pressure's coming on.
I was pleased to see him pick that because I'd picked it on the forms the best of the rest of the day, and nice to see Thad sort of getting his eye in.
So you're saying that he copied you? Is that what you're saying?
Well,
we go first, don't we?
Anything to find.
And you can see us, you weren't far away at all. Our third for Our Lady Brooke, and she probably just got that really heavy track swing.
Yeah, just not really a heavy track sort of tipster, but yeah, no, she went well.
Okay, well, let's have a look at a quick look at the leaderboard, just get an update for you. And I think I'm still sitting just narrowly there on top. Bevan, though, look at you go. Geez, you staying's coming good.
Yeah, it's actually getting about to my exam scores. 44% was always a C minus or something, and that was me.
Yeah, that's right. The guys are going to lift.
My report card looks about normal.
That's right. Wait till the summer tracks come around.
Summer tracks are coming. Don't worry.
That's right.
Yeah,
exactly. All right, we've got to find out what the trainers are liking because they are delivering for us each and every week. So here's this week's tips.
Sean, what's the best of the weekend for Phelan racing?
Hopefully Hello Kings, yeah.
I'll go amateur race Friday at Te Aroha, Lincoln Park. First run for our stable, and Caitlin's done all the work on him, and he's been galloping well, so looking forward to it.
Yeah, really like Chermat. He's had 2 runs, goes very well, bossing on, hard to beat.
Probably a little bit of value in the 3-year-old 1400 metre race at Ellerslie. I think Stormfront will go close.
We've only got one running, Aiden, so I better hang my hat on Kenny Rock, I suppose.
I'm going to go with Hini Kaha at Ellerslie. Well, we've only got the one Mo Courage here.
I'll have to say Livid Sky, each way.
Nice team of runners. Obviously need a bit of luck there. Ellerslie is always hard to win one up there, but Captured by Love, I'm really excited to see her back at the races.
Yeah, I quite like this time girl. She's 75 grade again, obviously a lot stronger field, but up to the mile, and she's won at Ellerslie, so it could be a go.
So I'm going to say, if you've done your chips on Saturday, go to the Sunday session and be on Tempest Moon. She should get some money back for you.
All right, have you done your chips? I like that. Tempest Moon on Sunday. Anything else to stick out for you guys?
I love this time girl. I saw her at Taupo and she demolished that field, so if she's trained on, she's hard to beat.
Yeah, Stephen Marsh must be close to getting one home for us in the trainers column, so maybe it's Chermat's turn.
Yeah, you'd think so. Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, Lincoln Park's a little roughy. New trainer, Sam's got it now, so yeah, it could be a smoky.
Okay.
Either way, make sure you've written those down or taken a screenshot because they have been landing. Hopefully ours land as well. It's time for our best bets of the weekend. Leith, as always, you're up first. Who have you got this time?
Look, this week, Pip, I'm going to go Fangirl, Randwick, race 8. Look, $2.80. She won this similar race last start. Look, the key to her is a good track. If she gets that good 4, she's running home that last sort of 33.5. She'll be winning race 8, hopefully at Randwick this week.
$1 million race too, so it'll be a nice prize to get. I'm going to take you to the feature at Ellerslie, go to the Sunline Vase, and yeah, I'm really taken by what I see out of Lollapalooza. The speed does look to be there. If she gets the right speed, then it's going to be awfully hard to beat. So Lollapalooza for me in the Sunline Vase.
Oh, people will be saying this guy's crazy. I'm going with Just Charlie again. Look, he had no chance last time. He went forward, caught 3 wide. He's trialled up through the week and he's cleaned up a trial field under a hold. He's in a weak race. Senior jockey on. If he doesn't win there, I'll be scratching my head. But he'll probably go down to the Cup and win with 53 kilos or something like that. But he is going really well, this horse, so I'm going with him again.
Come on, Just Charlie. I'm taking you to Randwick, race number 3. Just Nick, James McDonald's aboard this time. Last time was so unlucky, just barreled right down by the rail, got out late, finished 4th. So this time with a better draw on offer, I think he can get the job done for Bjorn Baker. And James McDonald going for the key combination there in the 3rd. Let's have a look what Rozzo's liking. Tapu Girl for him. We're going to eat race number 2. He'll kick us off. The Aidens with Lollapalooza. Bevan's with Just Charlie. I'm with Disnick. And Leith's with the Fangirl. And those are our best bets. You must be ready to enjoy your weekend up here, Swings.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next 3 days of racing. Now we've redefined the weights for jumps racing in New Zealand and we're coming to the end of the jumping season. It's been a new format this year. Have you got a feeling about how I've really enjoyed it? I thought it's worked really quite nicely what they came up with post of the review.
It's a great concept they've got for Friday, Sunday. It should work, but will they have weight for age jumping? I very much doubt it.
I reckon it's something that definitely should be considered. The other
I reckon what would be really good on the poly track, have jumps racing on there.
Come on, Leith. Maybe just condensing it. I think the season's actually now going a little bit long. I reckon that this race should be closer to the Grand National. You know, it's you know, in the old days it was Queen's birthday weekend, but you know, obviously that's just too early for the way it is these days. But why can't it be at the end of August or the first weekend of September? I think it just maybe just runs a little bit too long. But you know, there is a talking point there, so who knows? Another talking point in Australia, we've got a couple of our other Melbourne Cup horses going around in the old Naturalism. I think it's Foundation Cup it's been called in the past. So Wolfgang goes over there, and also to Mark Twain, who backs up from the Mackay Deb. The run was okay.
It was okay. There was a slow tempo. He sat outside leader, but it was a good run going forward. Another horse out of the race is Like a Lucy was super as well.
Yeah.
Should be interesting where she goes with her.
I thought she was incredible, actually, Like a Lucy. And she's, they think, talking the mile, Doncaster, was it? Getting in on a lightweight, and she might be dangerous at that sort of trip. Here is a market for the Naturalism, and half yours, Boozman. You're more across all this, but he's backing up, which is a bit interesting.
Yeah, look, it is interesting. Obviously, he's taken no harm out of that race. Look, I thought Birdman will be awfully hard to beat in this. Probably the class horse of the race. Berkeley Squire's been going okay. Yeah, Mark Twain has been going all right.
Yeah, and just speaking to Peter Mackay during the week as well, Wolfgang. They were just scratching their head. There's a horse who just needs to be persevered with, and they were just thinking that maybe they were just Craig Williams was a little bit light on him, when he needed to be really kept going. Just also on a Melbourne Cup point of view, those weights out this week, Lark Creek 54.5, and at spot 14 is assured of a run. I spoke to Simon Alexander this morning. They're keeping their options open.
So there is a chance she could run.
Definitely.
Okay.
They were going to run in the Sydney Cup last year, but she got over there, missed out on the Tancred at 2,400 metres because they had the stone bruise, and they would have probably run in the Sydney Cup. So you're in now. The dream's there. They don't have to worry. They can just tailor-make the preparation to suit, because a lot like Trav and Wolfgang and those other horses who are scrambling to get in, they're assured of a start.
What's your gut on her seeing out that type of trip?
Absolutely, I think she's fine. And the good thing about her as well is she's good enough. She's got a turn of foot. She's got the class, and that's what you need to win a Melbourne Cup.
What about Damask Rose too, just quickly?
But you'd go if you had the chance. What about Malalas? She was brilliant, fresh up, and I think they're staying. That's what I'm reading in the media.
Manikato.
And then coming home, they've ruled out the Everest.
Okay.
She's going to be meeting Lady Shenandoah in the Manikato by the sounds of it. So,
No certainties in racing, as we know, with our
Either way,
tips.
exciting times, and that is us for the form as always. Thanks, guys, for giving us your input. I'm sure we've found plenty of winners for you at home. Enjoy all of the action. We'll catch you back next week. Mate wā.